Hello everyone, welcome to the 180 Q&A practice. We're going to start off with plaintiff attorney questioning. Okay, ready? Here we go. Would you state your full name for the record, please? Lawrence Patrick Adams. Where are you currently employed? In the city of Chicago. In what capacity? Police officer assigned to the robbery division. For how long have you been so employed? 19 years. Were you ever employed with any other police department before the city of Chicago? With the city of Rockford. Did you receive your police training at the Illinois State Academy? Yes, I did. As part of that training, were you taught how to write and prepare reports for all types of situations, robberies, traffic violations, murders, assault and battery, etc.? Yes, that's correct. Would you tell me very briefly what is the specific purpose of writing a detailed robbery report? To document the occurrences of the robbery, what happened prior to and during the robbery and after. For what purposes is that report written? For use at later dates as documentation for statistical purposes, follow-up investigations, apprehending suspects. So you take down statements, statistics, etc. to assist you in the investigation? That is correct. Were you called to the scene of this particular robbery? Yes, I was. How were you called to the scene? By radio call, a dispatcher. You were in a black and white vehicle? A marked police vehicle, yes. Were you the only investigating officer? No, there was one other officer that assisted me, my partner Kenneth Nash. Another unit arrived approximately 3 to 4 minutes after we did as a backup. Is that a common practice? Yes, sir. Is it correct that one officer has primary responsibility for the investigation? Normally, yes. Who was that? That was myself, my partner, and I. What determined who is primary? Well, the officer who receives the call at this particular time, it was our area and it was our assigned call. Then the other unit just happened to be coming by and saw the investigation going on. No, they also copied the radio call and pulled in to assist us, and it was an armed robbery, so we had assistance. Do you have any memory today of what took place on that particular day? I remember the day very clearly, yes. Obviously, details like dates and times and names and things like that, you can only remember from the report? That is correct, yes. What is it about the incident itself which stands out in your memory independently of the report? We arrived as 2 suspects were exiting the LaSalle Street entrance of the Buy More supermarket. We ordered them to halt. One suspect immediately fell to the ground and surrendered. The other suspect fled on foot. Did anyone pursue the suspect that fled on foot? Yes, my partner did, Ken Nash. What happened next? I read the suspect who had surrendered his rights, frisked him, handcuffed, and placed him in the police vehicle. In that order? Yes, I believe so. Where were the officers from the other police unit? What were they doing? One was assisting me, and the other officer went into the Buy More supermarket to survey the situation. When did your partner return to the scene of the robbery? About 5 minutes after the chase ensued. Was he able to apprehend the suspect? No. Okay, I'm going to switch transcripts. Again, this is going to be plaintiff. Remembering back to February 28, at that time, were you in the vicinity of this courthouse and police department? Yes, I was. Did you have a vehicle with you at that time? Yes, I did. What kind? Well, I had a Harley Davidson. That is a motorcycle? A motorcycle. That was your vehicle, was it? Yes, it was. Do you know the motor number? Do you have that in your possession? No. Did you park your vehicle? Yes, I did. Where? In the back in the parking lot. On that same day, did you find your vehicle missing? I did. Did you ever see that vehicle or any part of it again? Yes, I did. Where? In that individual's house. I don't know what his name is. I don't recall his name offhand. Was that at the defendant's residence? Yes, it was. At the time you examined the parts of your motorcycle, were they on your motorcycle? No, the parts were on his motorcycle. Do these pictures depict that Harley Davidson motorcycle? Yes, they do. Okay, I'm going to switch back over to another transcript. Make sure you get plenty of variety here. All right. This is going to be the court. Whatever you are going to have, you didn't settle it right. You need a trial date, so she's going to have to take off for trial one day or another. I'm just wondering, how would you be prejudiced by having a different date for trial? Well, if there's not a second mandatory settlement conference, that wouldn't be. We wouldn't be prejudiced in that way. However, I do feel by this additional time, what we're doing is giving counsel an opportunity to create evidence, and I'm really concerned about this. This loan, this alleged loan, took place. It was really a gift, took place back in 2006, and counsel has talked about even the terms of this note, but there's absolutely no information anywhere written. Well, we don't know that. He says there is, and he believes there is. Okay, well, I believe, Your Honor, that 4 months is an adequate amount of time for him to have gotten his evidence together, especially when we answered his petition immediately. And then he's the one who set it for trial. We did not, and my client cannot afford to fly back and get the depositions or conduct, a major discovery campaign on a $123,000 equity in the home. Well, I suppose when you bought the last home, how long ago was it you bought the last home? I believe you purchased it in 2006. I know that the first time was in 2006. When was that home sold? In May of 2008. May of 2008, 3 years ago. It might be that a payment was made in the escrow. How was it? You said that you paid your mother $20,000, was it? We owed her mother money, which we paid. We owed hospital bills, which we paid. We wrote my mom a check out, which we paid. And I'm assuming that all of this went out of the checking account. I assume. What bank did you have at that time? CalFed, CalFirst? I'm not sure. When you bought the second home? No, before we bought the second home. Wells Fargo? No. Security Pacific? I'm so sorry. That was when we bought this home. I'm saying back in 2006. We're talking about the $20,000 check that you paid to your mom for the interest. That would have been in 2008. That was when we sold in 2008. When you sold in 2008, what account would that have been out of? I don't remember what account. I guess it was CalFirst or CalFed, one of those. CalFed. So we can get that. He does not have that. The respondent has those checks. In any event, I suppose we're going to have to get those from the bank. I think that would be in the case. Do you know the bank? He said it was CalFed. I assume it was. There were several banks around that period of time, I believe. Is that not correct, Mrs. Netter? In your transition from Garden Grove or wherever it was to here. I'm really trying to remember. But in any event, it was a regular checking account that you were using. Is that correct? Uh-huh. And the $20,000, the source of that was when you sold the house in Orange County. Is that correct? So you put some money down and you had some money left over from the sale. We had $140,000 from the sale of the house. How much went down? Well, close to $100,000 plus some costs. So you had about $120,000 plus to pay different expenses with and repay the loans and that sort of thing. So you're currently set for trial on the 13th? No, the 26th. 26th. Yes, okay, the 26th. That's another day that I'm scheduled to be down in Department F3, so that day is not convenient anyway. Well, we're now at the 12th, right? Today is the 12th, so you would want to continue how much? I think 6 weeks would probably give us enough time. 6 weeks from today or 6 weeks from today would do it. Don't you think we can get the records back from the bank records back from there? Either that or a deposition or... Your Honor, if you are going to consider their request for a continuance, I would request that as part of that order that petitioner be required to provide the documents responsive to our production request. Your Honor, we gave her a package. Let me know what you don't have that you requested. There's some in that package. What day would be better for you, the 23rd or 30th of September? Your Honor, just in case, I think the 30th would be better for my calendar. I'm sorry, what are the dates that you suggested? The 23rd or 30th of September? Yes, the 23rd would be better. The 30th would be better for you. The 30th would be better. And the only reason I say that is that right now we're anticipating Commissioner Reichs would be back on the 13th. If she's not back then, and I'm still filling in, I'll be sitting down there on the 23rd. I don't want to happen again what happened today. And I have a trial on the 1st of October. On the 1st of October? Right, which is the day after, the Monday. It's a jury trial, and that's why I've selected the 23rd of September. Any other date during that week is fine too. I don't know if the court was, all right, the 24th, 25th, 26th. Those are fine with me. The 26th, I've got a trial, so I wouldn't want to double up on that. 24th, 25th, the 24th or the 25th would be okay. The 24th, Tuesday, better than Wednesday? Uh-huh. Okay, September 24th, 8 o'clock in Department F1. Thank you. And then let him know that what it is you want that he hasn't furnished you, or tell me. He hasn't furnished us with any income tax records, Your Honor. That's really critical. We really need that. Do you have your income tax returns? Do you have your income tax returns yet? They're in the car. They're in the car. We'll get them to you today. You couldn't find 2008. Was that right? I have 2009 and 2010. 09 and 10. Who did them in 08? Do you know? We did them jointly in 08. We did them jointly in 09. We did them separately in 2010. But you didn't keep a copy of the return? I can't find it. I can find 2006, 2007. I can't find 2008, but I've got 2009. You can, I guess, get a copy from the IRS. She can do that, Your Honor. Either one of them. It's not going to tell us anything anyway. Well, if it shows up as interest expense, then that's true on that. It might be support for your contention that you made a payment on the loan. Okay, that concludes our 180 Q&A practice. Have a great day.